what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy our owl over here. We've got a new camera I've created. This is going to be for our little demonstration. So there it is. That's our new camera. It's over here to the side. We don't have to worry about it. This is just a demo. I'm going to bring our owl into our shot here and just place it around. I'm going to place an owl here. And let's have a look at our camera. So there he is. There's our owl here. That's one owl in the front. I'm going to place him down in the corner. And I'm going to copy the owl backwards into the scene. And maybe let's put him up there, just cheekily hiding behind our brave mannequin. So what are the problems we have? This hopefully will work. So I'm going to go to our camera, which is this one. This is our demo camera we've set up. And I'm going to turn on depth of field. And I'm going to select our guy as a target for this eyedropper effect. If I turn on and off, you can already start to see some weirdness. This is great. I'm going to narrow this window a little bit, maybe. Just there we go. So our f-stop, if you know what a bit about photography, you'll know how f-stop affects depth of field. The higher this number is, the sharper your images across the whole image. If I make that like 16, everything will be in focus. The lower this number is, the smaller the focus depth is. So we've set our focus to this guy. So if we make this number 1, you can see like even he's barely in focus now. It's crazy. So let's double check we got the right one. Yes, we actually have the right one now. There's our guy. We didn't have him selected correctly before. But he is now in focus. If I increase this number, you'll see the focus comes in and out. So this is a really nice facility to have with cameras in general. But you can already see our problem. There's some errors here. I'll just make this bigger. Yeah, that's not good. I don't know why, but it's definitely something that looks garbage. So we need a different way of doing this. So luckily we have the technology. I'm going to select our owls again. I'm going to duplicate our owl across. We're just going to make a new owl, or I could even bring in a new image. I'll bring in a new image and show you how to set it up properly. With the options, so we're adding our image as planes. Textures. Let's get something else. Something a bit we'll see clearly. Okay, what about this guy? We're gonna, again, I rushed through that. Let's try that again. I will look at the options this time and talk you through them. Yes, so in this case, we're going to leave most of the settings the same. And we're only going to change the blend mode. There are other things we could do, but we're going to focus on this hashed one. This is the one that we'll be using for most of our transparent objects, and I'll show you why now. So everything else I think we can leave the same, and I'll import that. So apologies again for rushing through that almost too quickly, but we'll get there. So I'm going to just bring our guy, our little demo dude, and he's going to help us show why this is a good idea. So he's there, and I'm going to duplicate another one. So let's go into our camera view. So there we go. We can see our camera view now. Let's position him so we can see everything clearly. So this one we're going to put down here. Okay. And I might even just make him a little bigger. Okay. So he's in our foreground. This is the camera here. He's just in front of it. I'll turn on the overlay so you can see what I'm selecting. That guy is behind there. And again, I might just bring him out to the side a little bit so we can see what's going on. And again, maybe just make him a bit bigger. And actually, yeah, maybe so that there's a bit more overlap between the two of them. And why not rotate him around a bit as well? Let's have a little bit of fun with that. So With this guy, you should be able to see now, we're not seeing this type of error. Alpha hashed will, I believe, it's about sorting and drawing things in front of each other properly. This will work better. I'll just double check that shader is set up correctly, so we can check by selecting our object. This is the right material, Fairy 1. If we select this and then go across to our materials panel, scroll all the way down, we can see alpha hash is selected here. And that is allowing us to have correct sorting and not get this sort of stuff. If I check the depth of field settings on this as well, I'm going to just play around with the depth of field. You can see those guys are nice and sharp now, like so. And then if I go the other way and make this quite a small number, we should start seeing, we got things blurring. I think this is another thing I noticed. With the alpha hash, the blur and depth of field calculations are more accurate. These guys have gone way too blurry. You can still see, what's going on with these ones. I feel like the alpha blend just doesn't work correctly with depth or distance. I'm not entirely sure. And you can see how bad it is here. So this scene is going to be lots and lots of overlapping elements like this. And it's going to start looking really crummy if we just use alpha blend. So that's what we're going to stick with for now. We're going to use alpha hash on all of our materials generally if there's going to be any transparency. I don't think this would be an issue if we're rendering in cycles. So this is because we're in Eevee. All of this is because we're in Eevee. That's super important to remember. Most of these issues will go away if you're dealing with cycles, but then you're dealing with the incredibly long render times. We want to keep things fast.